Do you feel that something is holding you back in reaching your desired goal? What is it? Do you get distracted very easily? Or do you give in to temptations very easily? Today, let's look into small, simple steps that will help you to gain momentum to develop a strong willpower, that is, self discipline. And in that, the first step is the theory of substitution. For example, you spend a lot of time scrolling on social media and you also know the after effect. So, what can you do? Substitute a little of that time by some other activity. Maybe it could be reading, or it could be just doing some mental exercises, some physical exercises, or just catching up with friends. Now, you can also say that after a hard day's work, I don't have time to read. And I am on social media just to unwind after a hard day's work. Yes, that's true. But no one is asking you to stop being on social media. You just have to substitute a little of that time by some conscientious activity. And when you do this substitution, you are actually training your mind to resist the temptation. And in this process, you are actually developing your strong willpower. Not very difficult, is it? Number 2. Set specific and realistic goals. Take small actions at a time. Focus on one particular step at a time. When you do that, that is focusing on the first step, you stay away from distractions. And when you complete the first step, you're ready to move on to the second step. It's just like climbing up a mountain. If you say, oh, this mountain is very high and I won't be able to climb it, then that height will look too difficult. But if you climb up a few steps, you're inching closer to the top of the mountain. Same thing with your goal. One step at a time helps you to keep away from your distractions and giving into temptations. Number 3, control your impulses. When your emotions get the better of you, you make irrational and illogical decisions. You must have experienced it yourself when you did some impulsive shopping and ended up buying something that you really didn't need. Or you did impulsive binging on something knowing very well that it's going to tip up the scales. So what do? Next time you are tempted to buy something, just wait. Maybe for 10-15 minutes and then think, do I really need it? Or is it available somewhere else at a cheaper price? Or let me do a little bit more of survey on it whether I can get something better. Another good option. Same thing for that binging. Just wait for 10-15 minutes, drink water, and still after that pang doesn't go away, just binge on some healthy snacks. This way, again, what are you doing? When you wait, you do not make that impulsive decision. Sometimes impulsively also you say something which you did not want to say, but your anger got the better of you and then you regret afterwards. Why did I say this? So instead of taking these impulsive decisions and acting in illogical ways, just wait for some time, cool down, let your brain also cool down, and then think and act rationally. Number 4, be kind to yourself. Don't beat yourself up too much that then you lose hope and then you give in to the temptations very easily. You don't have to top up the chart every single day. Now, for example, if you've promised yourself that you'll go to the gym 5 days a week and you ended up going every alternate day or maybe just 3 days in a week, no need to lose hope. At least you went 3 days. That itself is a little progress. A little progress every day moves you closer to your goal. In the same way, you need to sometimes take a break, relax, recover, and also reward yourself when you have achieved those small goals. Because if you focus too much on being too self-disciplined, too much of self-control, too much of strong willpower I need to have, sometimes it also has its adverse effects. What happens? You get distracted. Oh, thrice a week I went to my gym, and then you give in to the temptation easily. So easily you have to go one step at a time and don't be too over enthusiastic, otherwise it can land up biting you. And number 5, stay physically and mentally healthy. The 2007 Journal of Personality and Social Psychology mentions that nutrition and cellular energy are directly related. That is, if you eat well, sleep well, then your brain gets fueled properly and is in a position to make rational and logical decisions. And the contrary is also true. That means if you do not eat properly, you do not take proper rest, then your brain is underfueled and will not be in a position to take logical decisions. So you need to give priority to good nutrition, good sleep, so that you develop a strong willpower and your brain then is in a full position to work properly. So remember that self-discipline is not something that can be developed overnight. The key to it is patience, making deliberate decisions, deliberately staying away from temptations, and most important, consistency. Those small, small steps that you need to take to maintain that consistency. So, before I say goodbye, let me remind you that we have more practical tips mentioned already in our previous video on strategies to build up a strong mindset. Do have a look at that also. That will again give you some more practical tips on how to have a positive mindset that will help you develop a strong willpower and be more self-disciplined. So do subscribe to the channel so that you are updated with the latest videos. Till we meet again with another new topic on personality development, it's goodbye.